Have you ever found yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone, trapped in a late-night spiral of overthinking, dissecting every tiny detail of what you said today? Or even worse, it's 3 o'clock am, and you're staring wide-eyed into the darkness, beating yourself up over an awkward conversation from this morning, or agonizing over a stupid comment you made back in 2009. Have you ever woken up after a full 9 hours of sleep, yet your body feels heavy, like you've been hauling boulders all night long? Society looks at you and calls you the strong one, a rock who never crumbles, who never asks for help, and who handles every crisis perfectly. But the exhausting truth behind closed doors is that you are running on empty. You're trapped in chronic overthinking, perfectionism, and a deep-seated fear of being too much or not enough. You're awake not because of physical insomnia, but because your nervous system is locked in an invisible war. The truth is, you're not exhausted because you're lazy or weak. You're exhausted because you're working a third shift, a brutal, invisible form of cognitive labor. Your brain never truly shuts down. Instead, it's constantly pre-processing everything. You aren't just living your life, you are constantly running background simulations to manage the risks for everyone around you. You predict what will upset your partner tomorrow. You anticipate what your kids or colleagues need before they even open their mouths. You see exactly which process at work will collapse if you don't step in and fix it right now. Psychology calls this attentional residue. When you're constantly switching between your own life and managing the hidden crises of others, your attention never fully resets. The machinery of your mind is always running in the background, leaving behind a thick residue that drains your cognitive bandwidth. That's why at 3 o'clock am, your brain is still desperately searching for past loopholes to ensure you don't fail in the future. To understand this burnout, look at Maya. She's on vacation with friends. Everyone is having a great time, but by day 3, she's completely wiped out for no apparent reason. She feels guilty, thinking she's ruining the vibe. But Maya wasn't just vacationing, she was working. She was constantly monitoring everyone's micro-expressions, making sure no one felt left out. She was suppressing her own need for quiet rest because her nervous system was stuck in survival mode. She did all of this subconsciously just to ensure the trip was perfect. It's incredibly draining and profoundly lonely. This constant risk pre-processing to protect other people's feelings has robbed her of her own vital energy. If Maya's story hits home, it's because you operate the exact same way. You don't just walk into a room. You are the thermostat. You are constantly reading the emotional temperature of everyone else and adjusting yourself to keep the room from catching fire. You use expressive suppression, swallowing your true feelings, putting on a brave face, and being the reliable one. But this suppression carries a heavy cognitive tax. It's silently bleeding your neural resources dry. Constantly monitoring others just to avoid conflict is a grueling reality. And the cruelest part of this invisible labor, no one sees it, because you stopped the crisis before it even happened. There's no physical evidence of your hard work. No one says thank you. And there are no trophies for disasters that never occurred. It just runs in the background, slowly eroding your nervous system day by day. Listen to me, you are breaking down from the inside out, not because you're weak, but because your system has run out of resources from carrying the weight of a world that isn't even yours. You've played the fixer for so long that you've lost the right to fall apart. The armor you built to survive past battlefields is now weighing you down in times of peace. The defense mechanisms that once kept you safe are now the very things keeping you isolated. Your nervous system is spent. It is time to let that heavy armor hit the floor. You don't have to be the problem solver anymore. You don't have to predict the unpredictable just to feel safe. Give your brilliant, exhausted mind permission to shut down. Now, look deep into your mind. What does your brain love to torture you with in the middle of the night? Is it a mistake at work, a slip of the tongue, or the fear of letting someone down? Share your story in the comments. Leave that cognitive load right here, let it exit your nervous system, and finally get some rest. If this video decoded the intellectual curse you've been carrying, hit subscribe. Welcome to our sanctuary.